I've been making films since I was 23 years old. This is the most important one I feel like I've ever had to make. As children, myself and two brothers went through something no child should ever have to survive. We were sexually abused. We spoke up. We told the truth. After speaking out, we believed the system would protect us, support us. But while we waited for the case to come to trial, we were told we couldn't access counselling. My mum begged the authorities to give us help, to let us talk, but we weren't allowed because it might affect the evidence.
Kev Curran is the man behind the campaign for Declan's Law. His little brother was a victim of abuse, but was told he couldn't speak to counsellors about what happened in case it interfered with the upcoming trial. Back in 1995, while waiting to go to court, Declan took his own life, aged just 13. Kev's been telling me he won't give up until there is a law meaning everyone has access to therapy, regardless of whether they're about to go through the justice system.
I want closure myself, but I can't let go of this until I can make sure that I can change it for others. And I know that it's happening to people now.
Kev says it needs to be a right enshrined in law. He's calling on the new government to look at his campaign to ensure no victim is left behind.
It felt like the system that was there to protect him and look after him let him down. So I've been fighting for, 2 decades, trying to get a petition initially together to get a response off the government. Myself and my MP Rachael Maskell have been campaigning fundamentally to make it law, to make it compulsory that the system allows victims to get the support they need when they need it, before trial, during trial or after trial, without it affecting justice.
Yes, I'll take a question.
Maskell. I'm grateful to the Secretary of State giving way. The family of Declan Curran, who tragically took his life aged just 13 pre-trial, have wanted me to stress in this debate the importance of child victims of sexual abuse and their inclusion in Clause 2, the Victims Code, and how they should be able to access comprehensive psychological services without any delay, and that this must not be seen as interference in the evidence of the trial, with victims' evidence being recorded at the time of the crime. Will that be fully included in the bill without delay?
It's incredibly important that child victims do receive the support they need, and that should not be a bar to them giving a video recorded piece of evidence, for example, so that they can participate in that trial as well. I'm very happy to meet with her to discuss the particulars, but the general principle is this. If child victims, who of course are victims within the ambit of the bill, need that support, they should get it.
I came down, I was a little bit puzzled. There was 2 individuals claiming to be from the local press, asking me my side of the story. I said, what story? Haven't you heard? Your son was found hanged. I was numb. I always remember writing that poem, what price a child's life? Why argue or why the strife? Where's love when children die? Where's humanity? Do you hear the cry? They knew something was wrong. The authorities didn't step in. Declan's death was preventable. The child needs the guidance, the family needs the practical support in order to at least try to bring some closure to the situation. Every time I hear of abuse of a child, that will trigger memories. And I get so frustrated at times because the system isn't working. Children are still continuing to suffer. Declan's Law will be most certainly a big advancement for the protection of children everywhere. and could be a leading model for other countries, in my opinion. Children come first.
Do you think Declan's Law will happen?
It has to happen. It's a moral stand we must take. If we were to do nothing about it, we're going to let other children suffer and families suffer to the same extent.
I'm here today at City York Council West offices, and I'm here to meet Rachael Maskell, my MP, who's been supporting me with Declan's Law. It's in the name of my brother, and it's a campaign to ensure that victims of child sexual abuse get the support they need when they need it during the trial process without that jeopardising justice.
I'm Rachael Maskell, I'm the MP for York Central. Certainly we've been on a massive journey working with Secretaries of State, looking at the law and also ensuring that children can report their experiences on record and most importantly have the support, the therapy that they need to overcome the trauma which they've experienced. I'm really grateful to my right honourable friend who's making an excellent presentation to the House right now. My constituent, Kev Curran, has campaigned all his life in memory of his brother Declan, who tragically took his life. He was a victim of child sexual abuse. And being able to access therapeutic services is one thing, but we know that many therapeutic services are very reluctant to provide that service for the sake that their evidence from their medical records could well be used to try and break a case. Will she ensure that people will not only be able to get access to those therapeutic services, but their records will not be used in evidence to destroy a case?
Lord Chancellor. My honourable friend raises a really, really important point, and I'm sorry about the case of her constituent. She'll know that is one of the leading recommendations from the ICSA review. It's something that the Department of Health is already committed to taking forward, and I know that we will see more progress made in this area. Madam Deputy Speaker, under this bill, for the first time, the Commissioner, the Victims Commissioner, will be able to act on individual cases that expose systemic failure.
Declan's story is a story from which everyone must learn about the risks to children. What we've been able to see from the data is the scale across the country today. The NSPCC say there's 87,000 children every year who experience child sexual abuse. 1 in 20 children, that's a child in every single class. We cannot ignore this issue, and therefore by strengthening the law, bringing in the therapeutic support is so important in order to ensure that survivors get the support, are able to tell their own stories with their own voices, but also we can see prosecution in the courts of the perpetrators and quite frankly them banged up behind bars. With the latest piece of legislation, I've made sure right at the start that we've been able to raise Declan's case and been given the assurances that when it comes to reviewing the Victims Code is that we will insert Declan's Law into that code. The whole system has to focus on keeping children safe but also addressing their trauma. So survivors and victims of child sexual abuse absolutely need the interventions that can keep them safe. And unfortunately at the moment, many therapists are pulling out of the system for fear of what will happen to the evidence they may be required to provide to the Crown Prosecution Service. So what we've got to ensure is that there is a real separation between the therapy that is provided and then the court process. This will not only be transformative for children being able to get access to support, but then can be applied to so many other cases of assault. So certainly thinking about women in particular, because it will benefit their cases and ensure that their cases stand in court as well. So it's a really significant law, Declan's Law, that will make a difference for so many people across society. Justice helps people to move forward in their lives, but also is the right thing to serve.